You're gonna be late for school.
You're the one who slept in.
Okay, well then we're both gonna be late for school. Meet you in the car.
Okay.
Hello? Jeanette, what's wrong?
What's wrong?
No.
What's wrong?
Nancy, get out of here! Dad! Daddy!
Hello. Hi, Jeanette.
Mary, you're being called out front and they said to bring your purse.
Probably one of the kids needs money again.
Get a day off.
I need a break anyway.
Bye.
Bobby killed himself. He jumped off a bridge. He's gone.
Help me! Help me! My son is dead! Let me out! Let me out! My son is dead! Let me out!
Joy, slow down. What's wrong?
Death of a loved one is always tragic, but the death of a young person can be particularly painful because that person had his whole life ahead of him. You know, Bobby was only 20 years old. We'll never know who he could have been or what he could have accomplished. And Bobby was a good young man, but he was lost. By giving in to temptation, he strayed. Then, disillusioned, he chose to end his life. And we know to condemn the sin, not the sinner. It was this sin that Bobby succumbed to. It led to his unhappiness, and it led him to take his own life. As goodness begets goodness, so does sin beget sin.
They're okay with this.
You're running low on sandwiches.
Mom, do you think Bobby got salvation?
I don't know.
Suicide is a sin, but maybe God knew that Bobby wasn't in his right mind. I mean, why would God allow Bobby to go to hell if it was in his power to cure him?
I don't know, Mary. Pull yourself together. People are uncomfortable enough.
Thanks for coming out. I'm so sorry for your loss. Yes.
Mrs. Griffith, Mr. Griffith, I'm David. I was a friend of Bobby's. I wanted to offer my condolences. He was an amazing young man.
Aunt Mary, David is a good person. All of Bobby's friends were.
When Bobby was here, it was under control. Then he moves to Portland, and someone puts all these ideas into his head.
It wasn't like that. David cared for Bobby.
We're his family. We knew how to help him. He wanted to change, to be closer to God.
To be closer to you.
Then he just got further and further into that lifestyle, and then he couldn't get out.
Do you believe everything they tell you in church? I know you and Uncle Bob meant well, but that sermon...
Bobby knew the repercussions of a homosexual lifestyle.
Bobby was good, and decent, and kind. Someone who didn't even know Bobby stood up there and condemned him, and you let him. Bobby did everything he could to make himself acceptable to you. He was so good, and bright, and funny. He should be praised. I'm sorry you can't see it that way.
Maybe you should go.
Fine. I left Bobby's things in his room.
Ever do that again? I knew it wasn't true. I knew God would bring you back to me.
Mom, you worry too much. I'm slowly sinking in a vast lake of quicksand, a bottomless pool. I wish I could crawl under a rock and sleep forever. No one understands me. No one in this house can accept my side of the story. I can feel God's eyes looking down on me with pity. I can't ever let anyone find out I'm not straight. It would be so humiliating. My friends would hate me, and my family. I've overheard them.
Thank you.
They've said that they hate gays, and even God hates gays. It really scares me when they talk that way because now they are talking about me. I don't want to choose sin. I don't. I am so mad and frustrated, God. I seem to be at the end of the road. Why do you remain silent? May 30th, Memorial Day barbecue. Had fun. Mom was her sweet and funny self, like the old mom. For a second, it felt like the old days. She smiled at something I said, and I saw in her eyes that for a second she forgot what she really thinks of me. The anger never erupts. My timid nature would never allow a full-fledged thunderstorm to occur. But it's there on the horizon. I I can feel God's eyes looking down on me with such pity. He can't help me, though, because I've chosen sin over righteousness.